Alright, I'm going to talk you through how to do a Grand Banks knot or a standoff rig. Basically it's used for Seabass high-low rig. Uses these bait holders. So if you look, these are mustads, and they have those two spines that hold the bait on the hook. We're going to first take a piece of leader material about 1 foot long, and this is probably 30 or 40 pound leader material. I buy them in the 3-foot sections, pre-cut, straightened, and you're going to put it about an inch through the eye like that, going up towards the top of the eye. And then what we're going to do is we're going to loop around the other side. See, and lay it on sideways. So you have kind of a loop, right? And then what we want to do is take this end, right? See this? And we're going to have to wrap it carefully around the eye. What you're going to do is wrap it around the shank, and you're going to wrap it down towards the open end of the hook here. And you're going to do about 6 wraps. It's very tight, but I'm going to try to show you here. So we're going to do 1, and then the next one has to go inside the other, like that. And then 2, there's 4 actually, 5, 6. Okay? And then you're going to hold all that together. And what you can do is wet that line a little bit, and then you're going to pull this through. I do it with my teeth. It's easier to hold this and pull with my teeth. Hold that and pull with the teeth. Okay, you're going to go basically pull that through, and like that. And tighten it up, cinch it up, and you'll notice there's a nice snelled hook. Okay. The next thing we're going to do is the perfection loop. Alright, so the perfection loop, what we want to do is we want to make a loop at the end of this leader material. And what you do is first make one loop like this. So you'll see it's crossed behind itself. See? Behind. And then you're going to take this end and put it over the top. Okay? And then lay the tag end in between the two. And then we're going to take and loop that one over the top and pass it through the first loop we made. Okay? Pass it through and just pull it through. And you notice it'll close up. Like that. Creates a very strong loop. And then what we can do is we'll just clean that up. Very clean. Let's do one more. We'll do the other one we had. And we do a loop, lay it in front, take the tag end, put it between the two, and then pull the one in front and the one in back. Sometimes if you want to pull it tight, I actually turn around the hook and I just go like this. Just pull it real tight. And then we clean it up. And there you have it. One end we have this, and the other end you have that. Nice and clean. For this part, I'm going to snell these hooks that we made, right? right onto the line. So what I'm going to do, you got to start with the top one first, line it a little bit underneath, and measure it out. So you got to, till you get to the loop, and you're going to take this and go back on itself to create two loops on top of each other. See? And basically, using this tag end, we're going to wrap it and almost, create a snell. Just keep wrapping down 6, 7 times. I don't know if you can see this till there's a very small hole. It's actually 2 lines, right? The original loop and the loop I just created. And I'm going to pass the tag end through both of those. Pull them. And that will pull tight the wraps. Like that. And you can see that it's now snelled on. See? And then we're going to take the second hook. We're going to measure from that, starting at that snell. And we'll measure out to the next loop. Again, we're going to create a second loop. And we're going to wrap the tag end around 6, 7 times. And then we're going to pass that through and tighten it down. And we'll pull it all tight together, and you'll see we have now 2. Okay, so for the end of this, at the bottom, we want to put another perfection loop, just like we did on the end of those snelled hooks, right? On the opposite end of the hook, the 1-foot material, we put a small perfection loop. This one we want to make a loop probably about the size of an 8-ounce sinker. We need to be able to pass that through the eye of the sinker and then along the shaft and, toss the sinker through it. So to do that, we're going to start probably about, about 8 inches up. And we're going to make a small loop, right, going back. And then we're going to make a really big loop, right, big loop. And actually I didn't use enough, so maybe about 1 foot. So small loop, and then big loop in front, and put the tag end across the center of the 2, and pinch it, and then we're going to take this big loop and pass it through the small loop, and we're going to cinch down on it, and we're going to see that we now have a nice kind of 8-ounce sinker size perfection loop. And we've got to just clean that up. And now we have our rig. This is what the whole thing looks like. At the bottom we have a big perfection loop. We have 2 standoff kind of hooks, and at the top we have enough room to put a tie to the swivel. Thanks.